Here you are. Another victim that was brave and vigilant enough to approach an abyss.
I only just want to go back.
You are treading a one-way path. Still, it doesn't mean you've got no choice. You're looking around for my face, but I don't have one. I have so many names. Darkness, God, or death. I know too well how soon your feeling will change. Fear becomes despair, and then you're doomed before you even know. At the end comes humbleness. How lame, how dull. But me, I can bring you hope. Only one soul has found an exit from my dark mazes. If you say the name, I'll let you go. So, I'll tell you the first part of the story. Once upon a time, in a small town, in a baker's family, a boy was born, named Eloakh. While his mother was working in the field, and his father was busy at the stoves, the kid was growing up. Rustic life taught Eloakh to respect life in all its displays, as each and every plant lived in harmony with the environment here, making it complete with special form and content. Now go, try to find new friends.
Welcome, wanderer. I am the sun.
And I, his sister, the moon.
We switch shifts, keeping an eye on everything around here.
And we're omniscient in our realm. I will tell you about what my daughter Stars heard about. No matter how long time ago it was, they remember everything clearly.
And I will tell you what I've seen from up above on a ride in a heavenly chariot.
You have to choose whom you'd like to hear first. We cannot speak simultaneously.
While watching his own family, Eloakh realized the very essence of man. He alone has enough might and wisdom to change form and matter. His mind is capable of taming nature. From the ground cultivated with human hands grows weed. Begotten by human, fire makes thou solid and ends the transformation. Water gives flour form, thickening it into dough. The wind, tamed by man, grinds seeds into flour. This is how bread is made, bread that keeps man alive. Ruling over nature, people create and ruin. They live and they die. But is it ever possible to gain omnipotence, full power over primal elements?
In the daytime, Eloakh would watch his family, but rustic life was foreign to him. More than anything, he liked to look straight at the sky in solitude, thinking about the questions of world order. One late evening, the night sky has oddly changed before his eyes. Usually, distant planets have lined in a row. That day, Eloakh realized that he's been born to search for the answers that could explain the world, meaning make it better place. matured, and one more life's mystery revealed to him: love. A neighbor girl, Villa, captured his heart. Luckily, this love was mutual. Then Eloakh realized that man isn't just his mind and body. There is something else concealed from the first look. This substance is soul. It's determinate and truly makes man a man.
Still, Eloakh couldn't get enough. His mind was constantly hungry for knowledge, and it craved something more than rustic life. He developed an interest in mighty ancient knowledge, alchemy. Soon Eloakh left his town. Parents and Ivilla discouraged him in vain, as Eloakh was firmly convinced in his decision. He went on a journey in search of knowledge, yet he promised his beloved to come back. We don't know anything else. His story is a mystery to us. How do I find the answer? Me and my sister, we can help you. We'll show you where Eloakh once found a great teacher with bitter fate. He'll show you the way. Yesterday's evening, I almost finished dealing with all these signs, but in the morning, I realized everything got mixed up in my head. I need to concentrate. I won't leave the room until I'm done. I remember precisely that yesterday, when I was almost finished, 2 stones were lying between a red stone and the fourth symbol on the right side. I almost remember that first sign from the list has to be placed on the right from the second one, and the third sign might have been on the right from the first one. Recently we've talked about qualities of magnesium with our teacher. I still can't remember which color it has in its natural state, but surely not white. I'm feeling like I'm him.
What made you come to my library, wanderer?
I am looking for an answer, a name.
Sure. You're not the first one to ask me about it. Down you go. There, under the library, there's an old prison. That is where you'll find the answer. I'll let you through, but first, I will tell you my story. Once upon a time, when the sun was still only shining dimly and unconfidently, I was a glorious man. In a wartime there was nobody like me on the battlefield, and in a peaceful time I was be a famous philosopher and spend all my time in disputes. My glory was spread all across the world, and even gods knew my name. And gods, as we know, are high and mighty. They don't like it when mortals try to approach their glory. One late evening, after another dispute, an old man entered the library, all black from mud that stuck to his skin. His clothes were torn and worn, and his hair was long and grey. He was only asking for water and slice of bread, as he hadn't eaten for long. Pride yelled through my mouth. You're not worthy to be in the temple of knowledge. Go away, you stray, and look for chow somewhere another. The old man only just raised his eyebrows and said calmly, I know your name. They say no one can compare to you in philosophy. and you can solve any puzzle quicker than anyone would. I'm surprised with your words, old man, said I. You might test my abilities if you want, and I will prove you there is no one to compare to me in this art, not even gods themselves. With a wry smile, an old man carried on. You only have a minute to think it through. Now listen to my puzzle. It turned out to be surprisingly tricky, and as soon as I approach an answer, the time has run out, and the old man turned into Athena, who'd come down from the Olympus after she had heard tales about my talents. She punished me severely for my vanity. My feet grew roots into the ground, and one's human face frozen forever in the grimace of the trunk. Now I'm content to say my puzzles to everyone I talk to. Testing needs said they. Are you ready to listen to me?
Go on with it.
A man had 3 sons. They used to lead a friendly family life, work in field together, and when spring would come, they would go to the city on a fair. The father was an elderly man, and soon death took him away. The 3 sons sat on a bench near the house and started to read their father's will. The oldest son had always supported him the most and was about to marry soon, so he rightfully got the father's house. A son with chestnut hair, who was sitting in between 2 brothers, liked to read fairy tales and most and wrote wonderful poems. According to the father's will, he got all the books and some money, enough to study at the Academy of Arts. The sons were going to read further, but suddenly a heavy rain started. The oldest son, who was reading the will, had to sit at another side of the bench, closer to the dense crowd of their father's oak. I remember clearly that at this point the 3 sons were sitting in the order from the youngest to oldest. And also I remember that one of the brothers, who wore ashy gray long hair, was sitting at the edge. Another son had raven hair. He still hadn't revealed his aptitude, so he got nothing except for his father's old bag and pair of old shoes. His destiny was set off on a difficult journey, where he would find his life purpose. What was the age of the raven-haired son, who became an astronomer, famous all around the globe? Really? It was the middle son who became an astronomer. You solved my puzzle. Now I'll tell you a story because of which you're here. Listen carefully. Eloakh's road was hard. He traveled the world for 20 years, learned from many adepts, and soon exceeded everyone in this ancient art. When he realized that nobody can compare to him, and his journey became purposeless, he decided to settle down in a small house in the forest where he could work quietly on his whole life's aim, creation of an element that would give man the whole power over nature of things. The next 10 years Eloakh lived in solitude, immersed into his work. When it finally became too hard to stand this solitude, he developed ancient formula and created a homunculus, a loyal friend, a helping hand, and a guard of his peace. His name was Patroclus. One day his hard work has finally paid off. His hands were holding a golden cube of perfect shape, Magisterium. All four elements obeyed him. After he implemented an ancient legend, Eloakh decided to come back to his hometown. His heart kept love for beautiful Evilla, and he knew no woman in his life except for her. It's all I know. Now go and scoop some water from which I grow. You're going to need it. And now go. The way is free.
Who are you?
I am the one who brought man and fire, and that is why I am condemned for eternal suffering. I know why you are here. I will only speak when you promise that you'll let me free then. I need a single sip of water, and my blazing heart will finally stop burning.
Fine. I will give you water.
When he came back, Eloakh saw how elderly Evilla nurses grandchildren. As she noticed him, she could not believe her own eyes. Her beloved's body was full of youth. Eloakh pressed the cube. An old woman's former beauty came back to her. "Come with me," said he. "Now you're free from time's chains. Our love will flourish forever." Evilla couldn't believe what was happening. After parents married her to another man, her life was full of anguish for her loved one. Evilla hadn't answered yet when her husband saw such devilish magic, got terrified, and put a knife in her back. Her breathless body hit the grass. Enraged, Eloakh used his achievement in an evil way. "Let the flame of revenge burn your heart," yelled he, and it happened so.
killer's body started to burn from the inside, and his latter end was full of pain. Eloakh took a still warm body of his sweetheart. He was running out of time. He put all his knowledge and effort in trying to save Avila from darkness, and he succeeded. Avila is the one you're searching for. A girl who felt death breathe, but avoided it.
I do owe you. Here is your water.
Oh yes. Finally. Peace.
So you know the name?
I do. It's Evilla, the girl who avoided death. Now, I want to leave. Keep your promise.
Let me tell you the last part of the story first. Eloakh was put quite an effort into returning the soul of his beloved back into her body, and he did succeed. Yet the living world was already alien to Evilla. She had already touched abyss. Her soul was begging for a comeback to the world of the dead. Her eyes were black and her scream was inhuman. This night, Evilla killed herself. Still, her soul could not find rest. It was condemned for eternal wandering between two worlds, the living and the dead. Everybody in town has been these maleficent charms. People were enraged and decided to kill the magician. Patroclus stood up for him, but someone from the crowd cut his head off. Having lost his loyal friend, Eloakh got mad for the second time, and for the second time turned nature's forces against people. Choke in blood, you who kill the blameless, hissed he. At this moment, rain started to pour down, and the water turned into blood. Eloakh had no one left. What he worked hard on for his whole life ended up in a great grief. He came to the terms with the fact that he is not the one to stand against death, that took the most precious what he had. Death rejoiced. Eloakh handed her in many souls. The rest of his years, Eloakh waited humbly and bravely for his death. As he met her, he made her another gift, magisterium that brought him only just suffering. So, do you get it now? Come with me. Eternal peace waits for you ahead. And there are only suffering behind. Your choice.
I get it. I'm dead.
The gates to the abyss have opened for you. How? What is happening?
I do remember. I'm not dead. I'm just dreaming. Just a dream. It's just...